Hey everybody. Alright, I'm going to talk a little bit about the ancient tattooing techniques of the Vikings. And I'm not using the materials that they used, but I'm using the method. And let me explain what I got going on here. Right here, we have, I'm putting the finishing touches on the basic design of this tattoo. Um, the tattoo itself is not the black and the white that you see. The past 2 days, I've been devoting about 45 minutes each time to tracing this black ink along the form of the rune for the self, manas, and I wish to put that above my knee on my thigh. And right now, I have black ink laid down and ready to be pushed in. Already has been pushed in mainly. I just saved the last little bit for the video I'm doing. And I also have white ink, which actually I did first, and that's already finished for today because I don't want the black and the white to run. But basically, it's gonna be the rune manas, and how we get the tattoo ink into my leg is here's what we do. We put this down like this. It's got white ink on it, so I'll go ahead and go right there, and then with this any kind of weight really, I tap it with this side of the pocket knife on the end of the tattoo needle, and right here on the tattoo needle is about, let's see if we can get that on the camera there. We got about, yeah, it's not going to show up too well. It's too specific. We got 4 or 5 heads on this tattoo needle. Very fine, very sharp points on this tattoo needle. And it's long, it's got a loop on the end, and it's got 4 or 5 heads on there. You can see a little bit better right there. Right now there's white ink on it. But every time I do another session for this tattoo, basically I use a whole nother needle. Never reuse tattoo needles, because that's very dangerous for infection. And really, you shouldn't do any of this unless you're a tattoo professional. But I consider this for religious purposes, because this is the first rune tattoo that I've done, and it's the rune manas. I pulled it randomly from my rune bag of runes that I made from a branch that I chopped down and then carved into, after cutting into ovals, of course, and then painted them red. So every part of this, I want to be an instrumental part of it as much as possible. I want to be the one who initiates every single process of making the runes, of making a tattoo for myself, of pretty much forming my own destiny in every tiny way that I can. And this tattoo process is very old. You put the needle on there, you tap it with a weight on the end of it, tap it 3 to 6 times, and drive that ink into the tattoo. But let's see, right here I got black ink. This black ink is very good, I found. It's called Black Buddha, and Nightmare Black, which is very black. And honestly, it's not gonna show up well unless it's very black, because this tattoo method takes a long time. We're talking four holes at a time. A regular tattoo gun will do about 3,000 per minute. So it takes a lot longer than a regular tattoo gun. But I have several colors over here. I have let's see, I got golden yellow, light green, lemon yellow, dark brown, bright red, bright orange, and Bahama blue. And this all came into a tattoo pack. I ordered needles, and I ordered stencil sheets to where I can sketch it out beforehand, then put it on my skin. But for this process, we're not really using any of these colors. We're just using the Buddha black and the Snow White for the white. And these came in separate orders. But I used a very fine tip brush. Let's see if we can zoom in there. It kind of looks thick just because the light ain't on it right now, but let's wipe that off. You kind of see how fine it is. A little bit better. But that, and to open these tattoo inks, you need a toothpick. And I like to use little plates for my different inks, of course. That's pretty obvious. But I just kind of wanted to let everybody know a little bit how this process works. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not advocating that you do it. But this is kind of how I do it. And this is the first video for this that I've done, this ancient tattooing method. But I hope to do more in the future. And what I got going right now is basically I'm letting the ink sit. Let the ink sit so that it gets into the holes that I formed on it. And I'll probably let that sit like I did the last two sessions for about an hour before I take a shower and wash it off and see how far the pigment went in and how much pigment actually went in. It's kind of a guesswork process. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all have a great one.